Have you ever seen Poltergeist?
Through the media.
No. It was on the Halloween list, and then we ran out of time.
Carolyn! Oh goodness, that's you gotta watch that movie.
I'll watch it this Halloween. How about that?
This Halloween, okay, cool. All right, guys, welcome to you're like, what the hell are they talking about? I thought this was We Got Your Mail. This is We Got Your Mail. We was having some technical difficulties that I edited out, so you probably won't see what we're talking about. We were just having a little poltergeist discussion. I'm gonna try to see if I can get Amy to
what?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to see if I can get Amy to watch that movie. Yeah, we were talking about the movie, not what you thought.
We were just chatting about it's poltergeist in my house.
Yeah, that was a paranormal activity, but you know what? I tip them $5 to just scare the kids. Leave me alone. No,
Smart.
That's how you deal with it. That's how you dance with the devil. But I want to get through some mail that you guys have sent our way, because that's, as you can see, how whelmed I am about that. I love mail.
No junk.
How about you?
No junk on there.
Do you like mail?
I very rarely get mail that's good.
Envelopes, stamps. I dig it. Guys, we got about 5 comments, questions, concerns that you brought in over the weekend. So we're gonna talk about them right now. So without further, let's just get right into it. What is the first one that we got? Well, we got
a tweet a potential collab at Athena Finger. Says, I'm down, not sure about Mark's availability. And Chelsea the Pope on Instagram mentioned us in a comment at T3 Media's, yes, watch Midsummer.
So out of context, I know I combined two things. Yeah. So Chelsea the Pope, who has been on the channel before, we were talking, she did a sketch on her Instagram. Go to her Instagram and guys and check her out. It's funny. She did a Midsummer sketch. I have not seen the movie, but the way she was dressed, I knew what it was. And I asked her, I was like, do I need to watch this movie?
You definitely do. Is
it really that good?
It's pretty good.
It didn't seem interesting to me. I was like,
it's pretty good.
It looked like a flower girl. She was having a great time.
It is upsetting though. Like it's not. It's like horror feels like almost the wrong genre to put it in. It's just like, oh, I have a stomach ache now.
You know what?
Like whatever genre that is, but it's very good. I was impressed.
There was a movie, I forgot what it was called. There was a movie that J.K. Rollins, that actor?
J.K.
Simmons? Sorry, I'm always saying Rollins. J.K. Simmons was like a drum teacher. And
Whiplash?
Whiplash, yeah. I remember feeling like, why do I feel like I watched a horror? The way it was done. I was like, and somebody reminded me of, Blumhouse, I think, produced it. And I was like, oh, okay, that's why I felt. But maybe that's
Midsummer just sort of leaves you feeling like, I don't feel good.
Okay, I'll give it a chance. Maybe I'll do one of those first time watching videos.
It's very entertaining. I would be interested to see that.
Should I record myself watching it for the first time? And
I'd be entertained by that.
Okay.
No, and Florence Pugh gives a really good performance.
Okay.
Every
all
minute.
Right. That's it. So Chelsea and you both agree that I should watch that. And also, and I know I cheated and combined it into the same box. And for, Miss Finger, we talked about that documentary. I think it was last week. We talked about it with Bill Finger. Finally got the credit for creating everything that we know about Batman. And his granddaughter reached out to us via Twitter and said, she's down to a collab on the show. So maybe we just booked an interview. I would love to talk to her about her family's legacy and Batman and what's gone on since the documentary. I would love to talk about it. So Athena Finger, I will be reaching out. Hopefully, let's see if we can get you and Mr. Mark on the show. That would be awesome. All right. What is the next message?
Deborah LePage recommends, if you're checking trailers, check a trailer for 84 Charring Crossroad.
I've never even heard of this.
It sounds vaguely familiar.
84 Charring. Is it Charring or Charing Crossroad?
It looks like an 80s film.
Okay. That makes sense because I did a reaction to a very old movie called The Wraith. There's something that Sean told me to watch, and I did see the movie. It was a very good campy old movie. I like the movies like that. But I guess he wants me to do a reaction to some old 80s. Maybe I should do more reactions to old 80s classical trailers.
That'd be fun.
That was fun. I liked it. Did you already look it up? What does the movie look like to you?
I just Googled it. Looks like an 80s drama with Anne Bancroft and Anthony Hopkins and Judi Dench, stacked cast.
Okay. 84 Charing Road, is it? Charing?
Something like that. Charring Crossroad.
Charring Crossroad. Okay. All right. I'll put it on the list and I'll check it out. All right. What's next?
Ervin, is it Pelaez? I'm so sorry if I've butchered your name. Please feel free to correct me in the comments. Ervin says, Amy Newman, you're awesome. Thank you. Do you still make reaction videos? I do. It has just been a little bit of a hard time. I am, still trying to be here as much as I can week to week to do the main show, but I recently moved. I am starting some new work opportunities. Life is coming back and the industry is coming back. So time is just at a little bit more of a premium right now. I have been promising Chris a Matrix first time watch reaction for a while. So I do.
No pressure.
At some point.
No pressure. Oh, Blade Runner. I've still got to edit that one, but I've done it. I've watched Blade Runner for the first time. So be on the lookout for that too. First time watching Blade Runner.
But yeah, thank you very much, Ervin. I appreciate the support. I appreciate you watching, and I will try to get more reaction videos out soonish. I'm sorry, not being in a pandemic has really shifted we're still in a pandemic, but slowly
rising from the pandemic ashes.
Having a life return after just like a pretty full year of like sitting and staring at a wall has,
right. But yeah, I promise more reactions too. Yeah, I've got to step it up too, because there's some more reactions on the way. Like there's movie trailers and like Netflix from the streaming platforms as well and stuff. So music videos that I want to watch. So yeah, there's a lot more reactions coming very, very soon, guys. So yeah, be on the lookout for that soon, for all the way around and then some. Okay, what's the next?
Rafay Noor had a response to your prenup episode with the ladies of, what is it, More Than Vaginas?
Oh yeah, the More Than Vaginas podcast team. Yeah.
Wonderful.
We spoke about prenups.
Yeah. Rafay says, if my spouse earned more than me, I would absolutely sign a prenup. The excuse that anyone who asks for a prenup is already thinking of divorce is mostly made by people looking to come out of a divorce richer than they came into it by unethically taking their spouse's money.
Not necessarily. I mean, I made more money than my ex-wife, but when we got married, I didn't think of it. I was an old school kind of a person. It's just like, even if you think about a marriage, you think about marriage and even the root word from where the word comes from. Go to the basic definition of what a marriage is. It's like, think of it as a business merger.
You're giving a toast at a wedding right
now. Marriage
marriage
is just a business merger between two companies, Sprint and
T-Mobile. Wow, you are never speaking of a wedding. That's very romantic, Chris.
And so when Sprint takes on T-Mobile, they are also taking on all of T-Mobile's debt and their issues and their psychological and their technological, issues. So now, yeah, that is marriage. Marriage is not only so what Sprint is T-Mobile's and what's T-Mobile's. That's what it's a merger. It's a business merger.
I have no issue with the prenup thing, but I think I'm also just a realist. Like, as someone who is very much in love and does plan on getting married, I still have just very much a realist. Like, I realistically could see being with my current partner for the rest of my life. I think we both also have like a life happens, people change, and I don't think being realistic about your expectations if that happens, not when, but if, I don't see the issue there. And I think, we're both poor, so it doesn't really matter. But I think if there were large, if one of us suddenly came into a lot of money for any reason, I could see that changing the equation and changing that conversation. And I don't think it's unromantic to be practical about that. Well, it's unromantic, but I don't think there's anything wrong with being practical.
Nothing wrong being smart at all. Now, I'm only defending the people who decide not to, but the people who decide to do it for whatever reason, oh yeah, I'm for it too. I feel like for whatever.
Yeah, it's a personal decision.
It's a personal decision.
Again, it's like as of right now, neither of us have enough money that it's like, like when you and your buddy just keep Venmoing like the same $20 back and forth for different things, I feel like that would be about how necessary a prenup would be.
I keep saying, I don't know why every now and then, for some reason, whenever I'm driving to Walmart, the same thought every now and then, once in a blue moon, keeps popping in my head. I should never win the lottery. I don't know why. It's always on the same road too. There's a reason why God has not given me those winning lottery numbers.
Truly, no one who wins the lottery is actually happy. Like, I can send you articles. It's fascinating.
No, I'd be happy. It's just that I know a lot of other.
They always end it. Like, your odds of like dying young and shit like skyrocket.
Yeah, definitely. Because I know exactly what I would do. A lot of people would be upset with me. That's probably why I haven't won it yet, because I know a lot. I'd be upsetting a lot of people.
Yeah,
afterwards. Family members would be coming out of the woodworks. I'd disappear on them. Me and Joe, I'd be like, we're out of here. We're getting out of here. You wouldn't see much of me. You would see a lot more of me online here. But there would every now and then the butler would be the caviar be spoon fed to him. Oh, thank you, Jason.
Don't eat on camera.
And his wife with his wife glove on, he's wiping my chin. Thank you, Jay. Thank you. Yes, very good, sir. I'd change. I know I'd change. Money cannot buy happiness, but it definitely can rent it. But it's not about the money, really. It's about what the money can buy.
I feel like we're getting away from the prenup conversation.
I just want to win the damn lottery.
Cool. You don't. Again, I'll forward you the literature. You don't.
Yeah, I would. Joy would definitely be signing that prenup. And if she won the lottery, I'm not signing shit. Okay, what's going on?
And Bo Shek says, what if Black Panther will still exist, but he's going to be wearing the suit forever and always for all of his future MCU appearances and never taking the suit off for some reasons, and they just have to do his voice. I'd be okay with that.
What do you think about that idea?
I think a lot of people wouldn't be. I think somehow that, to me, I can't put my finger on exactly why, but my gut instinct is that would feel more disrespectful to Chadwick Boseman's legacy than cutting the character or recasting. Something about that would sit wrong with me, and I don't think I'm the only person who would feel that way.
It would be weird, and I responded to him on the comment section as well.
And I'm not trying to speak for every Black Panther fan, obviously.
Yeah. But for me, like, I'll do it at Kardashian. But for my Kardashian answer, I feel like for me, I just don't think if it would make sense if, let's say, if Chadwick passed away right before like Endgame came out. And they had to have him. Yeah, they didn't get that shot of him with this, him getting his face, showing his face when he came out of that portal. Then him coming out with the mask on, or them digitally putting his mask, that would have made sense for that moment. But moving forward, it would have to be just a quick little, like a footage kind of a situation, not a I'm talking to T'Challa, because
I don't want to watch a whole movie with a character.
Where, hey, why won't you take your mask off? Because I like it, like it just narratively wouldn't make any sense, because T'Challa does not wear that mask when he's on the throne, or when he's just talking normally and stuff like that. It would have to be a movie where the action starts right from the beginning and never stops, which would be I don't know. There would just be so much just visual noise.
You're right. It wouldn't be too distracting if Black Panther was in, like a fight scene. But if you're actually talking about a movie that centers on T'Challa as a character, it would not work.
The things that really, and that's so ironic, because a lot of people who criticized the first Black Panther movie said that the things that they didn't like about it was some of how the poor CGI and things like that. So you're asking for more of that CGI situation, all right? The things that really worked for Black Panther were the conversations and the normal stuff and the back and forth between T'Challa and his sister. those moments were great. So
kind of the heart of it.
Yeah, it was exactly. So if they would even think about doing something like that, it'd be like, yeah, dude, this is the perfect reason why you definitely should recast, and because it's about T'Challa. It's not. And I'm hearing a lot more that people were saying that Chadwick himself probably. I have to believe that Chadwick himself would have been okay with a recast if he wanted to, just for the story to continue on. But I feel like Disney's just so afraid of that backlash, because you're damned if you do it, you're damned if you don't.
Yeah.
But I feel like recasting is the best answer. That's just me.
I generally agree with you.
But that's all.
Like I said before, my initial instinct was like, no, don't recast. But then hearing more of the arguments towards recasting, and especially, hearing some really solid explanations of like, no, this is what Black Panther means for the Black community and why it's important for Black kids to have Black Panther, and like why more Black Panther is just like a net positive.
Right.
It really made a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, and it just goes back to with the Paul Walker situation. He was not only just an actor on the Fast and Furious franchise, he was also one of the producers, and he loved that franchise. And his friends and Vin Diesel and everybody who knew him well, his family and his brothers would say that even because of his death, he would not want that to hinder the progression of the story moving forward, because he loved everybody else who was involved, and he wouldn't want all the other actors and the people working behind the cameras and stuff to not continue working because of that. He would be okay with them continuing on, and I feel like Chadwick would be the same kind of guy. He was a great. I mean, this is how I see it. It just reminds me of that Paul Walker situation a little bit too. But guys, that's just our opinion on it. Let us know what you guys think about that. Would you be okay with a Black Panther movie where you never see T'Challa? It wouldn't work for me, but maybe you guys are different. Maybe you guys have a different opinion on it. Put it in the box below. Let us know what you guys think about it. Maybe we'll talk about it again on online or another episode of We Got Your Mail. But that will do it for guys. If you want to contribute to We Got Your Mail, we usually monitoring the comment sections on all of our videos, or if you add us on social media. So if you want to send us something and you have a question you want us to talk about here on the show, you can do it two ways. You can break in while we're doing our live show, talk about it, and with a super chat, or if you send a tweet or a comment that catches our attention, you might spot it right here on the show. So those are the ways to do that. So until next time, guys.
You can watch so much more all through our Patreon page. Our supporters help make all this content possible, so make sure you check out our Patreon page so you can help us bring you the content you want.
I don't think any guy that I've been with has ever recapped. They'd be like, wow, that was amazing.